What's up, everyone? It's Will Lett with Urbex and Coasters, and I am here at Oaks Park in Portland, Oregon. And, well, here's another park from Rick Sebak's Great Old Amusement Parks documentary that I have now been to. But I'm going to do a walk around of the park. This has just been my introduction of it to you. It's a pretty cool park. I do think it costs a little much to get in, but that's the same with everything in the Pacific Northwest. And as for the value you get, it's actually pretty good. And we're going to do our walk around and talk about it. You see the parking lot here, and you see Adrenaline Peak right here. So this parking lot, it is pay parking, but there's an easy way to avoid having to park here. So there's a nature preserve that has a trail that will take you right to here. And that's where I parked. It's a smaller lot, so it's less of a hassle trying to get parked. It's a lot of great things, but there is a nature preserve that is in the area that I recommend parking at if you're willing to walk just a little bit. And then you've got Adrenaline Peak here. This is a clone of, I believe, Hydrus on the Jersey Shore. So it's like, never in a million years would I have thought that I would ride Adrenaline Peak before I would ride Hydrus. Especially, until like November, I never would have guessed that here Adrenaline Peak would have come first. I would have been like, yeah, I'll probably do, I would have guessed, yeah, I'll probably do like Dark Nights again, and I'll get on Hydrus the week before or something. But nope. Then once we get past Adrenaline Peak here, we've got our Irely Rockoplane. Now these rides are always fun. This ride has apparently been here since the 40s from what I hear. So nice, cool, historic ride, and it's a thrill ride. You can make it go upside down if you want to. And with all the forces you can put on yourself, it's a great classic thrill ride. When I say this park has some great values, I should have mentioned when I said it might be a little overpriced, but that's the same with the Pacific Northwest. It's actually free to walk in here, but you have to pay for a wristband. So sort of like a lot of those individual ride ticket parks, except you can't get ride tickets. But here we've got a train. That's one of two complimentary rides. So you could technically walk in here and ride that train for free. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. And yeah, so that's the case there. And as you can see, there is a county fair going on right now. I have not looked at the county fair. I have not much interest in taking a look at it because there's a lot of crowds here. We've got a tilt-a-whirl here. It looks like one of the newer ones, though. Now, this carousel, I've got positives and negatives to say about it. So, you see that? If you've watched Great Old Amusement Parks, you will know that that is familiar, that they have dragons on this. I suspect those could be the dragons from Whalum Park because I was told that at Quasi they're actually a reproduction of fiberglass. After I was speculating that was the case, I suspect that could be one of them. Here's something else that's nice about this. So the fact that they say, please enjoy a complimentary ride. Down here you have a ride called Atmosphere, which has a 180-degree cycle and a 360-degree cycle, depending on what you want to do. And on the surface, that's really nice. That's very much in line with stuff like choosing your challenge sort of thing. But at the same time, that's going to be something that leads to problems because you'll have not that many people in line, but you have to wait a long time because of some people want one cycle, some people want the other, so they can only get so many people on. They can't run both cycles at the same time, so like, I mean, I know I can't just say, hey, they should have space for, they should just have two and have one run one cycle and one run the other, and that way the lines don't have to compete. I know that's easier said than done. Then back here we've got a kiddie coaster. It's an E&F Miler, and you know, for a kiddie coaster it's not bad. Right here is the biggest disappointment of Oaks Park. So if you've seen Great Old Amusement Parks, that documentary that I mentioned, you will know that that in that documentary, when this park was featured, it was mentioned that they had loose scooters. And, well, I'll let you take a look. Not loose scooters anymore. And also the artwork on the walls is gone, and yeah, just really not ideal to have that be something that happened. Like, I mean, I get that Idlewild did it a long time ago, for example, where they have a ride that's still called the Scooter, but it's not scooters. But like, I mean, I believe I read that was done in 2010. So that's very disappointing that that's a thing. And here is our skating rink. And the roller skating rink is, from what I can tell, as good as it was in the Great Old Amusement Parks documentary, where it is a Wurlitzer theater organ over a beautiful, beautiful wooden floor. So I will be skating, and you will probably see that edited into this video. So we've got the Wurlitzer still here above the skating rink. Times I've tried to skate and record, I've face planted pretty embarrassingly. Nice to actually see this in person. A full-scale Wurlitzer theater organ. A wooden rink with a Wurlitzer theater organ. It was my first time seeing a full-scale theater organ live. Like, I'm not just talking the band organs that you might see at a carousel. It's a full-scale theater organ. Now, like, I mean, because they have that theater organ, I will say it's forgivable that the carousel is pretty lame that they have here. Like, I mean, it does 3 snail's pace revolutions and doesn't have a band organ, but like, I mean, that's forgivable because they have the theater organ in the skating rink. And I did get to see a live organist that was there. You probably are seeing this after some clips of me, after a clip of me skating on some bumps that they have in the back, because that was the easiest place to put my phone down somewhere and excuse me, and get a video of me skating. But now, like, I mean, I'm thinking I'm pretty happy with my day here at Oaks. I am going to get one final ride in on Adrenaline Peak, and then I'm gonna go back to the nature preserve and cook up some stir fry on my camp stove, and then I'm gonna stay somewhere that's close to Enchanted Forest tonight, because that's the park I'm going to tomorrow. It's gonna be Enchanted Forest, and then after Enchanted Forest, I'm going to Brownsville to see Castle Rock, Oregon. I guess I should say I'm going to Castle Rock to see some of the famous sites. Should I say that my dad saw as a child? Yeah, go with that. I'm gonna go to Castle Rock to see some of the sites that my dad saw as a child and where he grew up. I just said that line so that I can have a canned line for this short film that I'm making, because I'm gonna be the child of 40, so since I'm seeing the Stand By Me sites, it's just, yeah. But anyway, I think I'm gonna get one more ride here on Adrenaline Peak, and then I'm gonna go cook something up on my camp stove. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with Oaks Park. Like, I mean, when you consider the full package that they have, like, I mean, I don't think it's that overpriced. Definitely not to the extent that Wild Waves is.